I'm James Varney with NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune. I'm here with James Parker from WRNO, and Governor Jindal's taking a little European vacation and seems to have really stepped in at this time, talking about these no-go zones in European cities, which prior to him saying, I thought everybody agreed existed. Now I find out they don't?
Well, when I heard Dave Cameron push back the prime minister, I actually questioned myself. I thought, you know what? I thought I had seen that too. I thought I'd seen that reported even in their own media that there were people getting harassed in Muslim neighborhoods. I mean, I remember a soldier getting his head sawed off in a Muslim neighborhood with the guy screaming Allahu Akbar and a bloody cleaver. You know, that
happened in England.
That makes it uncomfortable for non-Muslims to go through a neighborhood if there is the threat of being beheaded alive. So I went and checked, and I did find that I wasn't crazy, but he had me questioning myself because he gave like a really good rebuttal to Jindal's claims.
You know, the stiff upper lip and all, and the whole British accent thing going quite nicely. But yeah, and look, you also had the case in Rotherham last year where you had more than 1,000 schoolgirls that had been raped over years, and what had happened there was the authorities were fearful of pushing against the multicultural bubble, so to speak. They didn't want to ruffle any feathers, so they stayed out. Now, that's a little different, I guess, than saying that the police don't patrol in the streets because they're afraid. But it is an indication that the authorities aren't in control of the situation in lots of places.
Why would David Cameron push back so hard like that? Was it just the use of the term no-go zone, and that's not what they call them? Or does he not want to admit that they're pretty lackadaisical and submissive in their own backyard?
And, of course, these are all examples that we're talking about in England, and it was all set off or sparked by things that had been happening in France. And, of course, then you had Theo Van Gogh brutally murdered in the streets of Amsterdam. So I think the idea that the Muslims have sort of created some real problem areas, especially within urban parts of Europe, I don't think that's a new idea or a nutty one that Jindal's espousing there.
Why is our governor meeting with the prime minister?
Well, that's a whole nother question.
Yeah.
And that's a good one. And that's certainly right for criticism.